All right. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful Friday, September the 6th. All right. If I'm counting my days correctly, let's see here 24 days till October the 1st, and then another 15 before AEP starts. So, man, we are just around the corner from AEP starting. How exciting. All right. So let's talk about a few things that are happening in the AEP Medicare world right now. And I've got some exciting things that I'm going to be sharing with you. So number one is, guys, if you have not done your AHIP at this point, you are a little behind, okay? So go get AHIP done immediately. Here's what I'm going to do with you. I'm going to share a link to the AHIP discount code that we have. Just going to give me a minute here to pull it up. So AHIP is a $175 cost. If you use our link, you get it down to $125. Okay. So just get out there and get your AHIP done. I would also tell you, respect the course, spend some time studying it. Okay. Also make sure that, let's see here. Come on, getting that link. Give me 1 minute, guys. It's coming right up here. Oh, there it is. Okay. Copy link. Okay, I'm posting it. I'm going to put it right. In fact, I'm going to post it here as it's coming up right now. All right. And then you know what? I'm going to put it in the comments too, so you guys can have access to it. All right. So there is the AHIP discount code. So anyway, get your AHIP done, get it over with. Now, the other thing that you need to make sure that you do is after your AHIP is done, make sure you're transmitting to all your carriers. Make sure or acknowledge, they need to acknowledge that they've received it. And then you need to do carrier certification with each carrier. Now, a lot of us have lots of carriers that we have to deal with. Last year, I screwed up. Well, almost screwed up. I could have lost about $15,000 in annualized commissions because I forgot to certify with one out of about 10 carriers that I have. So I created this little template. Okay. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what I see. Give me 1 minute here. Let's go to share my screen. All right, here we go. So I created this template, guys. So you go on here, United Healthcare, you put down the date that you completed their certification. Okay. Then you're going to put down the date that you received the email for the ready to sell. All right. Now, the next thing that I do, and this is just really me being triple checking, because not being ready to sell is not a good thing. You won't receive your renewal commissions. You won't be able to sell or get compensated on your new business, and you'll get yourself in hot water if you do without being ready to sell. Is I like to do one final check, call the carrier. Hey, United, can you just please verify with me that I am ready to sell? And then once I get the confirmation, then it's like, great, what is your name again? And I jot it down. All right, so do this with all your carriers. Here is what I'm going to do. Do me a favor. Okay, if you want it, post in the comments that you want it. Okay, if you want it. So do me a favor. If you'd like to have this Medicare ready to sell template, please post in the comments that you would like to have it. All right, so I will share that with you guys immediately. Okay. All right, let's continue here. After you're ready to sell and you're ready to go, here is some of the hot news that I'm going to share with you. Okay. Let's talk about, let me share this screen here. Commissions. All right, commissions. I'm going to share for 2025. We got a raise, guys. We got a little bit of a raise on our commission, so not bad. So this is kind of a history of all of our commissions, and this is where I think we're finalized this thing. This is where we're sitting for 2025 commissions. On a national level, we'll be getting 626 for a new to Medicare, not new to you, but new to Medicare. And on a replacement or a flip, whatever you want to call it, this is going to be $313. So not bad, a little bit of a raise. In these 3 other states, you guys make a little bit more money. In California, New Jersey, you make a lot more money. Puerto Rico, you guys make a lot less money. And then PDPs, we're getting $109 for standalone prescription drug plans and $55 for replacements or renewals. Okay. So when we have replacements on here, it's just not a replacement, but it's also a renewal. Okay. All right. If you have any questions on the commission structure there, please give me a heads up. And all right, we are rocking. And all right, none of you asked for it, but I'm going to share it with you guys anyway. I am sharing the Medicare Ready to Sell template. Hopefully you can take advantage of it. Might help you out down the road. And there it is. Okay. All right. The other thing that is important out there is what is happening with some of these carriers not paying. And I will get to your questions, guys. This is the last little talking point that I have, and I will get to it. So what is happening out there with some of these carriers not paying? All right. So I created a little spreadsheet because it's very hard to stay on top of this, guys. Very, very hard. So check this out. So here is a list of the carriers. Here's and what this first column here, or this section in blue, these are carriers, gives you an idea of who's paying an HRA and then which product they're paying that HRA on. So for example, Aetna is a strong no. They're not paying for any HRAs. If you write a Cigna, they are paying an HRA. And then if it's a regular MAPD, it's $75. MA only 75. If it's a D SNP or a C SNP, you'll get 125. Okay, I'm not going to go over the rest of them, but that should give you an idea. This is what I know as of now. Now, PDP is a something you need to be aware of. Is we have carriers that are not paying commissions. The one that has created a lot of news is WellCare. Not only are they not going to pay commissions on any new business, but if you have a book with WellCare, you're not going to get paid renewals. Ugh, horrible. All right. If you have some PDPs with Aetna, you won't get any commissions on the new ones, but you will get your renewals. All right. So I think WellCare is the only one that is just pretty much saying, hey, we're done. Okay. So if you've got some PDPs, you may want to consider talking to your clients, possibly rewriting them to another plan. And hopefully that new plan is as good as the WellCare plan that you have them on right now. Okay, this is what it is, guys. You know, I call it moving the cheese. It happens. I got a P&C agency, and this damn little cheese gets moved every year. It gets moved. And not only does it get moved, I will tell you, it never gets moved closer to me. It gets moved further away from me. So we got to do more to go get that cheese. And that's kind of what's happening here. So I don't think that, oh my God, this is just happening in the Medicare world. It's happening all over the industry. Okay. All right. Is what it is. Let's go answer some questions. Ivan, let's post the first question out there. Okay. From Carolina. So I'd like to enroll 100 ACA. Okay. Also, let me just tell you guys that if you're going to try to get Shauna's course, it's still on sale. This is the last day on sale. It's $500 off the regular price. I am going to post my link. Let me just get the link here for you. If you're going to get it, oh, wrong link. If you're going to get it today. Save yourself a little bit of money. Okay. Post it in the comments. Link to Shauna's Facebook course with the $500 discount. And I'm going to put on here, ends today. All right, there you go. Just posted it in the comments, guys. All right, so let's talk with Carolina. Let's shift to ACA. Really good question. I'd like to roll 100. Hell yeah. Okay. With social media leads, assuming we follow everything that she says, how long would it take to get 100 ACA enrollments with $1,500 a month available to spend on ads? Okay, so she put another to spend on ads. Okay, so all right, this is a tough one to answer because there's no science to this. All right, there is no science to this. So here are some statistics on Facebook according to us and what we have experienced with our advertising. So 2 years ago, 2022 OEP for 2023 enrollments. Okay. My ads were about $4 to $7 a piece. Okay. Spending $100 a day. I mean, we're getting a boatload of people, and we're writing. It's great. Okay. Fast forward to 2023 enrollments or 2023 OEP for January 1, 2024. My lead costs go up to about $20. I'm like, why? What's going on? Okay, so two things happen. Number one is I recruit agents, but I was so overwhelmed with agents wanting to enter the ACA market space. So I attribute it. Number one, ACA or growing with agents. And what do agents do? Agents want to advertise and acquire. They started marketing on social media also. So we had a bunch of agents now marketing ACA. So more advertising, the more it costs to get a lead. Also, you had the rats, the rat agents, the rat organizations that were out there producing these ads, these $500 free ads, $500 free Visa gift card ads. These get $6,400 back in subsidy, get a free vacation. Who knows what the hell they were offering, but they were doing all these clickbait ads with the intent of literally just either stealing the agent of record, stealing the client from us. Okay, they were changing the agent of record, or if they could not do that, they switched them to a different plan, regardless of whether it was better or worse. And usually it was worse, just so that they could acquire the commission. Dirty rats. Man, literally they were stealing out of my pocket. Had they come into my house and stole, I would have shot them. Okay, they're in my house. They would have not walked away. So, but they were doing this at a massive scale, guys, massive. So the good news is it has stopped. Okay, I take that back. The brakes have been put on this. All right. So two things are going to happen, I believe. Okay, I don't know because it's about to start. So all these rat organizations and these agents, the rat agents that were doing this, they can no longer do this. A lot of them there's a lawsuit against the major rat the infestation where all these agents were at, True Coverage and their Elements or whatever. A lot of these rat organizations, they've been sued and they're gone. They're no longer in existence. A lot of those agents lost their ability to write business. They got suspensions from the marketplace. They're done. And I have talked to some of these agents. It's crazy. I've talked to them and I know who they are because they're telling me they want to do this, but they want to do it under their spouse's name. I'm like, really, bro? I understand. I know why you're doing that. You were part of that rat organization and you lost your ability to write. So now you're going to try to do it with your wife. No, hell no, I don't want to deal with you. I know that. But here are the breaks, guys, so you know, because it's just a positive thing. They no longer can switch agent of records like they used to. They can still do it. In fact, we can still do it. But now it's got to be done the legit way. You have to have your client on the phone. You got to call the marketplace, and the client has got to go through the entire app and then request you to be their agent. Okay, now the process right now is about a half-hour process. Just imagine what it's going to be like during AEP. So again, the brakes have been applied massively. So that's going to be a really, really good thing for us. So Carolina, back to your question. How can you get there? I mean, it's so hard for me to tell you, when you can get there. The bottom line is you have to have some actions in place. So here's what happens. You run your ad. Okay. People on Facebook, they're scrolling. Oh, I see their ad. Oh, I want some health insurance. Boom, they click it. They click your call to action, and then your information pops up, and you require them to give you their name, their phone number, and their email. That's all I require. You can require more, but I don't. Boom, I collect that data. That's it. And then a thank you page opens up with a calendar. Hey, book me. Okay, so you can do that. Now, that lead that comes in, Carolina, and everybody else goes to a bucket called the lead center inside of Facebook. Now you got to go to that bucket and go get it. Okay, well, if you're as busy as I am, you're going to forget to go to that bucket. You may remember an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours the next day. It's too late by then. Okay, that's where I see agents screwing out, because they're Facebook or social media leads don't last very long, because now they were clicking on your ad and now they're looking at puppies. Oh, look, I want a puppy. They're doing they've lost their intent. So you have got to get them quickly. So you either are on that bucket trying to download these leads immediately, you're constantly checking, or Ivan, can you post a link to the CRM that I recommend? And I'm going to share with you why. The CRM, here's what it's going to do, guys. When you get the CRM, use Agent CRM, you use my link. We've created a workflow. A workflow is a job. Okay. This workflow gets the data immediately from Facebook, and it gets entered as a contact. There's a lot of things that happen, but ultimately, this is what happens. This is what you see. Again, remember, it's like driving a car. You fire it up and it starts. The engine is doing a million things to make it work. Well, this workflow, there's a lot of things in that engine that are going to work. You don't need to know what they are. You just need to go from point A to point B. So here's what's happening. Your point A to point B with this is this. You're going to get a text and an email immediately. Hey, Carolina, you just got a lead. Let's go. All right, let's go to work. Let's go make some money. Whatever you want to put on there. Okay, I think with me, I put in, hey, you just got a lead. And it gives me their information, their phone number, their email, and their name. I could be at the grocery store. I'm like, oh, I click on it and it calls them. Okay. Now your client, your soon-to-be client, hopefully, but that lead also at the same time just got a text message and an email from you. And it says, hey, thank you for clicking on my ad. Hey, I'm Carolina, and I'm going to be helping you. Here's what's going to happen. I'm going to call you here in a few minutes. I'm going to call you from this number so you can recognize it and don't think that it's spam. So please answer the phone. If you want to get even creative on the text, send a picture of yourself. Send a picture of your family, you and the family, so they know you're real. Send a picture of you with your office. Hell, you can edit, you can fix this to make it look as personal as you want it or not. Okay. Then what the CRM does in about a minute or two after that's done, it calls you. Hey, and it does it like in a whisper voice. You got a lead from Facebook. Do you want to talk to them? Hit any key. You hit a key, the CRM calls your lead, connects it with you. You start talking to, hey, this is Carolina. You clicked on my ad a few minutes ago. How can I help you? All right. And the call's being recorded and stored in your CRM. Okay. That is going to drastically improve your close ratio versus you having to go manually and do it. Okay. Because you're going to have a million things to do. So that's what you got to do to sell. Now, how many does it take? My guys are working on this thing. They're telling me that about every 10 leads, they're going to sell between 4 and 5. All right. I hear other people, I just closed one. Do you have these workflows that I've implemented? No. Well, damn it. That's the problem, dude. Get my stuff. All right. So Carolina, I think that's what you've got to do. You got to be super quick on these leads. If you want to do 100, I think that's super doable. We just tell you what I did with me, and I don't do that much. I got a lot of irons in the fire. I stay very busy. But with Ivan, Steven, and last year I did have another girl that helped us out. We wrote almost 1,700 applications. All right. So if we divide that by let's say 3.5. Because I'm not full-time in it doing it. That's 485 apps per person. So you doing 100, I think you can definitely do it. All right. Follow up with another question if you do, Carolina. Ivan, let's put the next one up. Oh, David, I think you were kind of piggybacking on her. David, do you have another question? Please ask away. But how long would it take? You could knock it. It takes us to do 100. By the first week, we've got over 100. Okay. So, it just depends on your workflow. If you're doing Medicare, where you're going to be double busy. If you have an existing book already, you're going to be busy renewing that book. I mean, if I were to ask myself that question, by the end of the first week, if we don't have 100, we're running slow. I'm like, what's going on, guys? That's it. Don't go to the restroom. Don't go eat lunch. Eat while you're sitting there. Hey, we are running behind. So for me, into the first week, we better have more than 100. Okay. So I definitely think you can make it happen. You just got to be ready. Okay. All right, let's continue. David and Carolina, follow up with me if you need more. Bernard. Okay. Oh, Bernard, perfect. I hope I was able to answer your question there too, kind of generically. If not, hit me up. Okay. Let's get in there with Carlos. When do you recommend to give the next step and create your own agency? I want to grow as an agent, but how do I start? Okay. I'm going to guess when you're talking about agency, you're talking about recruiting downline agents. Okay. So let's get into that realm here. I'm assuming because you have your own personal production under you and your agency. But if you want to add agents, there's two ways to add agents. Okay. Two categories. Number one, we'll talk about recruiting independent agents, like what I've done with you guys. Okay. So if you want to recruit downline agents through our organization, you have that ability. So if you want to bring agents underneath you, we can do that. And what happens is you can earn an override. Okay. An override is a little piece of the pie. So for example, if you're here, if you place them at the same level that you're at, you're not making an override. Okay. You've got to put them a little bit below. So let's say that you're here and they're here and there's $1 spread. Okay. If you're at whatever it is, it varies per company, it varies per area and per carrier. Let's say that you're at 25 and you put them at 24. You're making $1 override per head per month. Okay. So you could grow. You get a guy that writes 1,000, you can make $1,000 a month override on that. Okay. All right. So that's one way to do it. The other way to do it is you get LOA agents. These are license only agents underneath your agency. These are agents that are your employees. They're your people. Okay. And that is super easy to do. Okay. If they're your people, they work for you. They do not need contracts. Number one, they need to be licensed and they need to be certified. Now I'm referring to the federal states. That's it. So if they're licensed and certified, you add them underneath your Health Sherpa agency. They write business with your NPM. You get the commissions, you get the bonuses, and then you pay them however you want to pay them. All right. So I don't know which way you're talking about, but that's how you would want to do it. Carlos, elaborate, and I can come back to that. For those of you that want to recruit, those of you that want to contract with us, send me an email. Ivan, can you post my email out there? Okay, send me an email and we will get you set up for contracting. As far as contracting, every agent in the under 65 market will get 3 types of contracts. Number one, you get all your ACA contracts. You're going to want to get all the carriers in the states that you're selling. Secondly, you will get a dental and vision contract. I like to use Emeritus. If you don't have Emeritus, email me. I'll send you contracting for them. And the last one is Allstate. It is an indemnity carrier. They have short-term, they have dental, they even have life now. They have all kinds of stuff. I use primarily their plan enhancer, which is an indemnity plan, and it reimburses the insureds for an accident and then you can upsell it, and it reimburses them if they're hospitalized. Okay. All right, let's continue. I have a next question. All right, Neil, can you tell me what life insurance upsell sounds like? Oh, get ready, baby. Hell yeah, I can do this for you. And what percentage of clients do you sell? All right, within my little organization of Farmers Insurance, okay, because that's where I mainly do my life. We are, I think, at 14 in the country. We have sold 91 life policies to date. Okay, no, I think we're at 96 now with some that we just got issued and paid a couple of days ago. All right. We're going to probably for sure cross 100 threshold. Now, that may not be a lot for a true life agent. For us, that's a lot. Okay. The life insurance cross sell is super easy. So if you're talking to an insured, okay, let's do an ACA sale right here. Okay. You get a lead. It's Carolina. Carolina calls it, I'm going to pretend I'm Carolina. Okay. I get a lead. Okay. I'm talking to the lead. Hey, thank you for clicking on my ad, blah, blah, blah. Hey, by the way, how can I help you? Pay attention here, guys. This is ACA presentation. How can I help you? Well, I'm looking for health insurance. You came to the right place. You're at the right spot here. You were the best agent in the world, maybe even the universe. Okay, so let me help you out here. So tell me, what specifically are you looking for? Okay, I want to hear from them. I want to get them to blah, 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 start talking. So they're going to tell me, well, you know what? I got a condition, or this happened to me, whatever. They're going to tell me their story. You know what? I can help. Okay. So let's start off with this. Now I have my intake sheet. Okay. It's not a real intake sheet, but I have it. Okay. You should have an intake sheet. So tell me, what is your name? Okay. Write their name. You're married? Yes. Okay. What's your spouse's name? How many kids do you guys have? We have 2. What's little Johnny and little Mary, whatever. Okay. Great. You know what? How old are you, by the way? How old's your husband? How old are your kids? What are their date of birth? You're jotting them down. Okay. I don't ask for socials right now. I don't need them. I haven't earned their trust, and I'm highly unlikely they're going to give them to you. All right. So tell me, between you and your husband, and possibly if your kids work and you're claiming them, right? Tell me, what is your approximate household income? And I need to know this because with Obamacare, with ACA, potentially you could get help with the premium, and we can get you lower co-pays, lower deductibles, and lower out-of-pockets. Okay, so I got to get a very accurate number from you. Boom, I jot that down. By the way, what do you do? What does your spouse do? Okay, jot that down. Okay, again, they don't know you. Address, would you give some person your home address? So I just tell them, hey, where do you live again? If they give me the address, I jot it down. They say, I live in San Antonio. Perfect. What's your zip code? Boom. What county are you in? I write that down. Okay, I've got their information. Now, here in southern part of the country, very close to the border, I have to ask. And of course, anywhere you got to ask, are you guys U.S. citizens? Okay, if not, you have a green card, a permanent resident card, or any eligible immigration status? You need to know that, because otherwise you're going to create more work for yourself. All right, boom. Okay, great. Awesome. So I'm already getting ready to go. I'm doing my quoting on Health Sherpa. And I'm like, all right, so tell me, who's your doc? Tell me the doctor that you have to have, your husband has, pediatricians, give me the docs. Okay, I jot them down on my intake sheet. Then I get into the meds. Okay, what meds are you taking? Now, I don't need the antibiotics and the one-timers. I need the maintenance medications. Okay, I jot them all down. Boom. I go to my Health Sherpa quote and enrollment tool, and I'm putting them all in. I come up with a plan. I discuss a plan with them. You like it? Yes, I love it. This is great. Beautiful. All right, man, we're going to rock and roll here. So before, and guys, let's do this. Let's get some comments going on here. Do me a favor. Before I can proceed in the ACA world, what do I need to have before I search? Let's see if you guys can get this. Hit me up, baby. Come on. What do I need to do? Let's see if you guys know. Steven, you're in my office, bro. Come on. All right. So you must have consent. All right. How you capture it is up to you, but you must have consent. If you don't have consent and you continue, then you're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. Okay? You're going to have some issues if there's a complaint. Okay? I'm just going to tell you that. These carriers are not messing around with this crap anymore. Okay? So I'm going to tell you, you better have consent, guys. All right? Now, I'm going to share with you how we get consent, how you can get consent. All right. So this is a letter from CMS. So this letter states this, and I highlighted this for you guys. CMS did not prescribe the manner, which means they don't tell us how we can get it. They just say that we must document consent. Here are some formats that may be acceptable. I mean, legal crap. So you can get consent by recording your phone call, reading the consent form, and getting their consent. You can get it by a text message. You can collect it by an email, a digital signature, or a wet signature. Okay? So now let's go look at the actual consent form. Here's the one that I use, okay? Can't tell what I'm sharing. Here we go. I'm going to share one more time. All right. This is what I created this form. Okay. It has, and I didn't create it. I didn't make it. I copied it from CMS. Okay. So the date, Mrs. Jones, give permission to Luis Moreno, Simply Health Insurance Agency, and its agents, because I got people here working for me. So my entire organization and my NPN to serve as my health insurance agent. And there's the entire consent form. They sign, they print their name, their email, phone number, and date. Boom. So they're here, they're going to fill this out. Now, if I'm talking to them over the phone, find a way to get this to them. DocuSign, Hello Signature, Adobe Sign, email it to them, whatever. I don't do that, guys. I go to my CRM. Okay. I go to my CRM. Am I still sharing? Can't tell if I'm sharing. Nope. Not sharing anymore. Okay. I go to my CRM and I have their name, phone number, email. And what I do now is I hit a little button, I click it, and it sends them the consent. I tell them to read it, and I have them reply, hey, if everything is good, please reply back with I consent. Okay, beautiful. Okay, they say I can collect it by text message. All right, now the other deal, we're developing this, and it should be ready soon, like right away soon, like a couple of days soon, I'm hoping, is we're going to do the very same thing, but you're going to be able to send them a signature option where you send them the very same consent form. It should pre-fill. It takes some work to take the data from the contact fields and pre-fill it, put the date, have everything done, and we're going to have the insured in a signature box, sign it within the agent CRM for you. Okay, so if you don't have agent CRM, you may want to consider it. Otherwise, you have to figure out how you're going to collect that consent. All right, so let's keep on going. Here we go. Keep that question up there about the life insurance cross-sell because this is huge. All right, so I got my plan. I go cross-sell dental and vision because you guys know that ACA did not cover dental and vision. And don't tell me, oh, yes, they do. It's the crappiest of the crappiest type of coverage that you get, and it's only for children, 18 or 17 and under. Not 18, I don't know, either 18 under or 17 under. Try using it. Try finding people that take it. Okay, so I cross-sell a dental and vision plan. Then what I would do is I will also talk to them about how they're going to meet their out-of-pocket. Okay, meet their out-of-pocket. How are you going to do it? Okay, they meet their out-of-pocket, how they're going to do it. Usually they're like, I don't know. I guess I'll make payments. I got a solution. That's where Allstate comes in. And then I hit them up. Okay, I hit them up. So, by the way, here's the pitch, Neil. Pay attention, bro. Here is the pitch. So glad we were able to take care of you. Now we're going to talk about the most important insurance out there. It's not your health insurance. This is good. It's very important. But this is even more important is your life insurance. Tell me about your life insurance plan for you and your spouse. I got it at work. Oh, great. You're lucky. But who works for the same company for 30 years and retires? You're not going to get to take it with you. So it is an industry. It is a known standard that you must get insurance outside of work that you own and control. So I'm going to assume you don't have that, right? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you some quotes. I'm not going to ask them if they want. I'm going to send it to them. Okay, I'm going to gauge their intent. Maybe I do it on the spot. Maybe we hit them up later. Now, we check this out, guys. Check this out here. Let's see if I can make this happen. Hey there, this is Rick. All right, let's see here. Check my little video out. Now, I'm hoping you can hear it. Let's see if it will let me do it. Okay, present. Come on. Oh. No, it's not letting me do it. Oh, yeah, here we go. Get ready. To share audio, share a tab or a screen. You're not going to be able to hear it. Okay, hold on here. To share audio. Okay, how about the entire screen? Okay, hold on here. Let me see if I can figure this out. Okay, I've got the whole screen selected. Oh, you got to hear the words. Oh, come on. Okay, there is to share audio, share a tab or a screen. Okay. Well, I don't know how to make this happen. Okay, well, I'm just going to, you can at least hopefully see it. Man, sometimes tech stuff doesn't work like I want it to. All right, let's try this. Yeah. All right, here we go. Hey there, this is Luis Moreno with Farmers Insurance. I get this question asked all the time for my insurance. Why do you keep offering me life insurance? Can you guys hear sound? I came to you because I want my autos insured, my home insured, or my commercial business insured. Why do you keep offering life insurance? Life insurance is the most important insurance that you need to have. You need to insure yourself and protect your family. I use this acronym called DIME, D-I-M-E. I'm gonna stop sharing that. Okay. How much life insurance you have. Ivan, were you guys getting audio? But pretty much, guys, what I'm doing here is I am cross-selling life. That's all that I'm doing. Were you guys getting audio? Steven? Oh, well, hell, I'll play it all again. Oh, what a dummy. Okay, here we go. Now I feel okay. And I'll but listen to it, guys, because you can make this very same video yourselves. Insurance. I get this question asked all the time for my insurance. Why do you keep offering me life insurance? I came to you because I want my autos insured, my home insured, or my commercial business insured. Why do you keep offering life insurance? Life insurance is the most important insurance that you need to have. You need to insure yourself and protect your family. I use this acronym called DIME, D-I-M-E, and this helps me determine how much life insurance you have. D stands for debt. We're going to pay your debt up. I, we're going to replace at least 3 years of your income. M is the mortgage. We're going to pay that mortgage off so your family doesn't lose the house that you bought for them. And then E is for education. We're going to provide a sum of money so your kids can go to college and have it paid for. When you add those four up, you're going to come up with the amount of insurance that you need. Now, the second question that I get asked is, which insurance do I need to have? There's term and there's permanent. Term insurance lasts for a term, 10 years, 20 years, or 30 years. And during that time, the rates are fixed. It is the least expensive way to get insurance compared to permanent. Permanent lasts for your lifetime. It's expensive. It's like owning a home. You have equity, which is called cash value, and you can invest that equity in the market and protect it from any losses. Now, the question should be, which one is best to have? The best one to have is the one that's enforced when you die. A couple of things to remember, okay? Number one is when you die, that money is going to go to your beneficiaries without any tax consequences. They do not have to worry about paying taxes. Secondly, you can rest assured that your family is going to have enough money so they can maintain their lifestyle and not lose the home that you bought for them. So if you want to get a life insurance quote, please ask us. Our rates are very competitive and we would love to help you out. This is Luis Moreno with Farmers Insurance. What I'm going to share with you now are our rates for term insurance. Take a look at them. We're quoting you a 10-year term with a $150,000 death benefit. Our rates are incredible. Guys, if you have any questions, please let us know and we'll be glad to help you out. Ha, there you go, guys. That is my pitch. I made the video. Here's what happened. The reason you see the ending and then another ending is because I forgot. Okay. So we just added it in there. I guess I could shoot another one and throw it in there, but I got too many things on my plate. Neil, that's my pitch. You guys can shoot a video just like that and include it in emails that go out to your insureds. You can put it in a cross-sell campaign, you name it, but that's how I pitch it. What do you think? It's working for us. All right, let's continue. Next question. Okay. The workflow, is that what you're teaching? Yes, that is correct. That workflow is what's built in, okay? We did make a 2.0 version of it. If you get the CRM, you get the latest one. We just changed the wording. We made it look a little more professional. And then also, one thing we didn't know when we created it is it had my name, it had my agency name, and I told you guys go edit it. Well, the new one has fields. So it's going to take, instead of you having to take my name out of it and put your name on it, it has a thing called custom field. It's going to say user, and it's just going to grab your name and put it in there. Your agency, you're not going to have to delete mine. It's just going to grab your agency name and stick it in there. So yes, that's what I teach. Correct. All right, next one. All right. So yes, those are the workflows and many, many other workflows, guys. We got a bunch of them in there inside the CRM for ACA and Medicare. Okay, they are in there already for you. You just got to learn how to run ads. So very good. Okay, Shar, hopefully I said it right. Any three-way calls to the marketplace that resulted in lower than estimate, and how was that handled? Well, you know what? We're not playing around. I'm not saying you are, but when we quote this thing and we're putting the numbers are the numbers. Okay. I have not seen where what I quote is inaccurate in HealthSharp, and then they call the marketplace and they get something different. Okay. When that happens, it's because you quoted it wrong. Okay. Usually the quotes, the numbers are on point. When I say you quoted it wrong, the income was off, or the household members were off. So when you go to HealthSherpa, on one side, you got the people who are going to get insured. Maybe it's a family of four, mom, dad, two kids. You put mom and dad, maybe the two kids have CHIP or Medicaid. When you go to the middle column, if you keep that at two people, you're going to get one number. But if all four of the tax return, that household number needs to change to 4. Now, when they do the application with the marketplace, sometimes the income is going to change. So for example, let's say they tell you, I make $30,000 a week, and then they're on the phone, or $30,000 a month. And then they're on the phone with the marketplace, and they, instead of giving them that annual $30,000, they tell them, oh, I make, $1,200 every week, or whatever the number is. And then the math changes and the income changes. Okay, that's where you're going to see tax discrepancies. All right, and so a lot of times, here's what we do: you got to prep the insurers before they make the phone call. So you should already know all the questions they're going to ask. You just tell them this is how you respond on your income. Don't even if you get paid monthly, who cares? We're analyzing your income if that's what you're doing on the quote. So make sure you tell them it's $30,000 a year. Okay. So that way the numbers can match up. So that's what you need to do. Repost on here if that helps you out. Luis, can I have access to school? Yes, Ivan will get you taken care of. You are one of my agents. And if you're wondering, what the hell is Alejandro talking about? I have a school. It's a website, and it's he spelled it right, school. He didn't misspell it, but it is a website where all of my agents, we're getting very close to 800 agents on here. And on that site, I only allow my agents. I am not going to train and spend my time on agents that are not with me. I mean, I love doing this because it doesn't matter who you are, but on school, I get very specific with ACA training, Medicare training. I do support. I do agent growth. I do a lot of things for my agents. So and when you're wondering, how do you get to be one of my agents? You have to have contracts through me. Okay. So you have to have your ACA, your Medicare, and you get everything that I've got. You get my resources, everything I create, you get it all. All right. That's what it is. Okay, let's go next question. All right, Timothy, out of the 1,700 that you enroll, how many stick? Okay, we probably lose 20%. And these are what I call uncontrollables. They don't pay their bill. They move off somewhere else. It's just industry. Nobody stays on the books forever. Maybe they die. That happens a lot on my Medicare book. I get about an email a day with somebody passing away, and I'm like, damn it. In more ways than one, other than just dying, but I just lost a client. Okay. So 20% you're going to lose, guys. That's about average. Now, when the rats were out there doing what rats do and stealing, I probably lost more. And we try to follow up, but these rats were doing, every activity that a rat can do. Those rat agents just stealing. We would go talk to the insured, we'd get them back. These guys would go back in there and steal. I mean, they didn't have another job. They wouldn't go and enroll new people. They would just steal. So we lost quite a bit. We probably lost about 600 clients or so, and I gave up. Okay, and how they were doing it is because our insureds were clicking on these ads, and I'm like, God Almighty, please don't. You are not going to get $500 for free. You are not going to get $6,400 in subsidies a year. Come on, don't be stupid. But when they clicked on those ads and they gave them the information, then these rat agents were that's all they did was they stole. Okay, now in my workflow I created inside the CRM, when you add a client and you enroll them with, let's just say Aetna, okay, you're going to choose the ACA Aetna enrolled tag. It's like a label you're going to give this client. It's going to go into an Aetna enrollment workflow where it's going to tell the insured, hey, thank you. You are enrolled with Aetna. By the way, here's their phone number for any customer service issues. Here's the link. Here's where you go get the app to download, and they're going to get all that. But right before they get that, they get a text message that says, please don't click on any of these ads. The good thing is that most of them, I haven't seen them. I'm sure they're going to pop up again. I'm like, don't click on the ads. If there's $500 of stuff to give away, I'll let you know. And guys, it's rewards for doing activities, healthy activities. Every carrier has different requirements. Some do 100. Ambetter was doing 5. But it's not a Visa gift card they're going to give them just for enrolling. Okay. So I'm going to guess, I'm going to go back to about 20% loss, 80% retention. All right, let's go next one, Ivan. Now, also realize, Timothy, that we are hitting them up all year long. So when we enroll them with Aetna, all year long, I'm hitting them up. Hey, by the way, if they don't have a dental or vision sold tag, they're being cross-sold dental and vision all year. And then what happens is in October, they go into an ACA OEP reminder workflow. And now what happens in there, it tells the insurance, hey, OEP is about to start, okay, November the 1st. So here's what I want you to do. More importantly, here's what I don't want you to do. Don't click on any ads. Don't call the marketplace. I'm your agent. I will help you find a different plan if you want to, or we can discuss your current plan. I'm your guy. Don't go anywhere else. Okay. We hit them with emails about that. All this is done. And it looks like you're doing it, guys. The CRM is doing it for you. All right. Abdil, during OEP, do we still need to contact CMS to enroll someone or change AR? Yes, you do. Okay. If they are your client, they're not your client. Doesn't matter. You will always have to collect consent and confirmation. But if they already have a plan without an agent or with an agent, you're going to have to call the marketplace. So guess what? I mean, I don't know. They've told us that they're ramping up. They're going to hire people. But man, you're probably going to be on the phone for hours. So you better have a system. System for us is going to be like, yep, we're going to put you on hold. We may call. And then once we get them on the phone, we'll call the insured. Okay. But if the insured's not going to have an hour to just sit there and wait on hold forever. So you got to have a plan. All right. Definitely you want to be multitasking while that's going on. All right. Next one. What do we got, Ivan? Hope that answered, Abdil. Yes. You're going to have to call CMS. And you're not calling CMS. You're calling the marketplace. Okay. Healthcare.gov is who you will be calling to facilitate this. All right, Stephen, we sent the life quote to a husband and wife. They agreed to take life, but did not have a checking account. By the time they called 2 weeks later, they had a banking account. Yeah, baby. Hey, life insurance is important, guys. Okay, it is super important. Okay, look what happens to people without life insurance. Here in my neck of the woods, okay, it's a little racist, but I'm going to call out on my people. Okay, I'm Hispanic. I'm originally from Mexico. My raza, my people, they do chicken plate sales. Like, really? Chicken plate? That's what they do. We got to raise money to bury. So instead of them grieving and not worrying about stuff, now they got a lot of stuff to worry about. On top of that, they're having to barbecue to sell chicken plates so they can get a little money. Okay. They also do GoFundMe's. I'm like, damn it, just go get some freaking life insurance. Jeez. Okay. Take care of business. Take care of your family. It gets so frustrating, people without life insurance. Okay. Yeah. And it's weird. The priorities are all jacked up. They got $30 to go spend on a case of beer. But man, try to get $30 out of somebody for life insurance, like pulling teeth. So you got to talk to these people a lot. All right. Child of God. I was like, how do I chill? Yeah, I got it. Child of God. What do we got here? I'm a captive agent with Florida Blue, currently in Florida, and non-resident license in other states. Should I quit my current job? Woo, shoot. If it were me, hell yeah. But man, you gotta have your game plan in order. Okay. You gotta have your game plan. So here is the key to success, guys. All right, all of y'all. There's 26 of you. I had 30. I lost 4. I don't know why. Okay. But here's the key to success. All right. You can be the best trained agent. You can be the most knowledgeable agent. Hell, we just added 2 more people. Yes. You can be whatever. Top of the line. You can have a PhD in ACA selling. I'm going to make one for me, just a fake certificate. But if you cannot get in front of people, you're going to implode. You're going to die. You're going to not die. You're going to go broke. So you have to have a marketing plan. Okay, I interviewed somebody yesterday, very knowledgeable. Like, how do you get clients? You're not going to give me clients? I'm like, I get my own clients. I don't give away stuff. I'm not swimming in leads, and I don't have that magic pot of gold of leads at the end of the rainbow. You got to do what everybody else does, and that's gather leads. So you have to have a marketing plan. You got to have an idea. What are you going to do? How are you going to get clients? Social media. So we had Carolina talking about the Facebook ad course. You got to have that. You got to have something that is going to bring in leads. So you have grassroots marketing. Go talk to doctors, go talk to accountants, go talk to P&C agents, go talk to your colleagues, your friends, family. You got to have all these things on here that are going to give you leads. Okay, but you can't live on that. And don't think that you're going to live on healthcare, help on demand leads, guys. I've had agents like, oh, I'm going to sign up for help on demand and they're going to send me leads. I think we got a total of probably under 10 so far this year. Now, one year we did get a whole bunch, but not anymore. Okay, so your help on demand is not going to be an answer. And if what is that? That's just when a client clicks, so you enroll yourself on help on demand. And if a client is in your area and they want help and they click on the button, they route it to you. But gotta have some ways to bring in leads. I would definitely not buy them, okay? Because they're going to be doing the same thing you're doing. These lead companies are running social media leads. So all you need to do is you need to do the same. Okay. So should you quit your job? You know, here's the other thing to consider, guys. You got to have a little pot of gold. You got to have some money in your account. Not a lot, but you got to have some money to survive on. ACA pays as earned, and they don't pay immediately. You're probably going to be 2 months out. So business that you write in November, you're not going to see a paycheck till sometime late January. So you don't write it now and get paid right away. At least bank for 2 months before you get paid. Okay. And you may not even get paid. If those insureds have a premium and they don't pay it, doesn't go in force and you don't get paid. But a lot of the policies out there are $0 premiums. So should you do it? I would. But if you're living paycheck to paycheck, you got to be prepared for 2 months of no paychecks. And if you only sell a few, it's going to be tough. Okay. You got to have some numbers. So here are some good numbers to think about. Every 100 policies, I don't know why I had to do math on that. When I know this, every 100 policies will net you about 30K. Okay. So you got to start doing some math. All right. So if you're, let's just say that you're working and you're making 45,000 a year. Well, you got to sell 150 heads to recoup that money. But not all 145 are going to stay. So you got to sell more because you're going to lose people. Okay. So maybe you got to sell 200 heads to make about 45K. But then remember, you're going to sell dental and vision. You're going to sell Allstate. You're going to sell life insurance. So, and then it compounds. The next year, you renew your book, but you get another 150, 200 people. And it just gets bigger and bigger and bigger. The hardest part of this industry is the start. Hope that helps you out. Child of God, good luck to you. If you need contracts, let me know. Email me and I will get you set up. You already know how to sell because you're working there for Florida Blue doing ACA, but I can get you trained up on the independent side. All right, Victor, how do we get the workflows if we're contracted with you? You have to get Agent CRM. Okay, if you have Agent CRM, you have my old workflows. We're going to be pushing the new ones to your accounts. They're going to be in there. I'm making a video on how they work, how they're triggered, because I see a lot of confusion out there with this. So if you do not have Agent CRM, Ivan, put the Agent CRM link on there, but also post it in the comments so somebody can click on it. Okay. Get the CRM. You have to use my link, guys. If you go directly to them or you have with somebody else, well, then you're out of luck. You want my stuff, use my link. If you already have it with them or you have it with somebody else, shoot me an email. Sometimes I'll email support and say, hey, they want to come with me because they want my stuff, and they'll switch them sometimes. If you're with somebody else, they will not. They're not going to take you from somebody else. So I don't know what you do then. Okay. All right. What do we got, Ivan? Next question. Is there a maximum limit to ACA? So no, there's no limit. So guys, to qualify for ACA, you can't have another plan, like at work or Medicare or VA coverage. Okay, that's a qualifier. And then you also have to be legally here, U.S. citizen, permanent resident card, or one of the eligible immigration statuses. There's a whole list of them. I have them in my Smartbook. Okay, they're also on healthcare.gov if you want to go check them out. Okay, Ivan, can you post a link to the ACA Smartbook? I don't have the 2025 updated yet. Now, as far as an income limit, there's an income limit to subsidies and CSRs. These are, in fact, I'll share the 2024. The 2025, we don't have it ready yet. We will soon. Here's what I got for you. All right, here is the 2023 level that we use for 2024 business. So here, there is an income limit. Now, if you're below the 100%, in a lot of states, you'll qualify for Medicaid. In fact, the 138% down below will get you Medicaid. In a state like Texas, and there's only a few states like Texas, there's no Medicaid. There was no expansion of Medicaid. So people under 100%, they get no help and they get no Medicaid. They're screwed. Okay. Now, to the right of the 100%, what happens is the higher your income, the less subsidies you get and the less cost sharing reductions. Those are the reductions in deductibles, copays, and maximum out of pocket. As you move to the right with a higher income, you get less, less, and less. And then you get to a cliff. You make way too much and boom, you fall off the cliff. You can still get ACA, but you don't get subsidies nor help. All right. This is in my Smartbook too. How can I maximize the amount of money I make with my 250? What is 215? I don't know what that is. Can you re-share that? Let's go to the next question if you elaborate what 215 means. Neil, what are the pros and cons of Emeritus versus Allstate on dental and vision? Have no clue. I have yet to sell any, or nor have I even ran a quote. I think I did run a quote once, and it was expensive. So I stick with Emeritus for many, many reasons. The biggest one is they are competitive. The dentist I go to says they pay very well to them and quickly. So that's a big plus. And they're easy to enroll, and I get a link. So man, I am not about working harder and giving a ton of options. With Emeritus, you get 3 dentals and 2 visions. You get a good, better, best preventative plan. And then this one's good and this one's better. And then with vision, you get 2 of them. Very simple. So I just stick with it. All right. I saw that bundled with the plan enhancer Allstate. Yeah, possibly, I guess. I don't know. I have a system. And I don't like to complicate my systems. I have enough complications in my life. So I stick to ACA, Emeritus Dental and Vision, Allstate Plan Enhancer, and that is it. But if it works for you, Neil, knock yourself out, man. If it's a good plan, the network is good and the benefits are good, man, do it all day long. I haven't spent enough time to research Allstate's dental and vision plan. And I believe, from memory, they use the Aetna package, the Aetna PPO network. All right. But yeah, I would just do research and see which one's better. All right. Next one, Ivan. 250. Oh, that's your life and health license. Okay, that's right. Yeah, we don't label it like that here in Texas. So how can I maximize it? You can write a boatload of business. Okay. I mean, ultimately, the more clients you have, the more you make. So to maximize it, you got to write a lot of business. Here's the deal, guys. Okay. The deal is that you got to figure out how you're going to get people. Every 100 is about 30,000, 260, 390, 400 is 120. You got to figure out how you're going to bring in that many clients. Now, don't think that you're going to open up an office like mine and people are going to walk in the door. Okay, it's not going to happen. So an office is not like 100% necessary, but you're going to have to do some things, marketing things to bring people in. Okay, now I do have some things for you. Okay, I'm going to lead up to this. So check this out. We're going to shift to Medicare, and I'm going to shift right back to ACA. Come on. Give me 1 minute, guys. I'm trying to find my link here. Oh, here we go. Got it. All right. So here's what I got for you. I came up with a really cool thing. Now, Alex Brandon, he's the CEO of Agent CRM, the CRM that I promote and the CRM that we use here. Every single one of my 9 people have the CRM. Here's the good thing, that I don't have to pay per person. I pay one fee, $97 a month. Check this out. Okay, Ivan, I'm going to put this in the banner, man. All right. So I figured, hey, why don't we try this? Okay. So for Medicare, here's what we're going to do, guys. I'm going to share my screen. All right, Medicare agents, pay attention here. Check this out. All right, here we go. So I created, with the help of my team, a Medicare 101 for seniors. Okay, it's about a 30-minute webinar or 30-minute slide presentation. I give you the talking points. Okay, you go through these screens. Okay, you can add a screen here. There was an about me, but it had me in it. But we're going to talk about solutions for seniors. Okay, and we're going to have an agenda. We're going to talk about what your options are, Social Security. We talk about the enrollment periods. Oh, I missed one. We're going to talk first. We're going to talk about how to enroll. What are your costs? How does it work? Oh, I'm not getting, okay, there we go. We are getting it right. What are my options? Social Security, how does it play in with Medicare? And then all the different enrollment periods. And so we have in here 51 slides that educates the senior, educates them, okay? And you put this webinar out in social media. So you either run a live webinar, okay, you run a live webinar, or you record it, and then you run an ad on social media for it. Hey, seniors turning 65. Hey, seniors, annual enrollment is about to start in a couple of months. Here's what, if you're confused about your Medicare options, click down below and get my free Medicare 101 webinar. I will teach you everything you need to know about Medicare so you're better prepared for your decision on Medicare. That's it. They click on it, you collect some data, they watch your webinar, and then you capture some, you already got their information because they have to get it to get the link to watch the webinar. But then when they do that and they watch the webinar, they get a pop-up. Hey, would you like to schedule a free consultation, no cost, no obligation meeting with me? I'll review your plan and see if there's something better. Or at least I'll tell you you're on the best possible plan in your area. Book my appointment, or better yet, call me. And you have your phone number. They call you, you answer the phone through your enrollment platform for Medicare, which is a Sunfire tool. That's one we use. Call gets recorded. Complete the scope of appointment on the spot because it's an inbound call, and you're rocking. Inbound call, and you can do a one-time close and sell them on the spot. If they book an appointment, the earliest they can book an appointment with you is 48 hours because they're going to be signing the scope when they book the appointment with you. So either way, you're going to be 100% compliant when it comes to Medicare to talk to that senior. Okay, we're going to be offering that. It is called, here we go. It is the Medicare Marketing Pack. Ivan, will you post a link down there? In fact, I'm going to post it here. Let me go to comments. Okay. All right. Nothing is for free, guys. And I'm sorry. Yes, I do some pitching, but you know what? It takes a little money to make money. Okay. We put a lot of work into this thing. So here's what you get, guys. So think about this. You can go on there. It's a one-time $9.97. Okay, you get this webinar. Also, if you're like, well, this sounds great, but I don't have a camera. I don't want to do it. The other partner involved in this has made a pre-recorded webinar for use with 4 different actors doing it. So you get to use them and you run it. Okay. You're going to get click and play ads. You're going to get the funnel. Okay. A lot of stuff is going on there. We're going to host a monthly mastermind. Our first one's going to be next Tuesday. Okay. Oscar, Scale My Social. This guy is doing over $1 million a month in advertising for his clients. He put together a course also that's built into this thing, his version of it. Okay. So he will do his Facebook training. All right. And then on top of that, you're going to get all of my workflows, that cash flow built in. All this one-time payment, guys. All right. So just think about that. If you want to get this done, you want this Medicare marketing pack, you want to create this Medicare 101 webinar. Here's where you're going to go and get it done. Okay. Now, I'm going to revert back to ACA. We are doing the same thing for ACA. We're at the finish line for it, but we're going to do an ACA webinar for clients. Again, it's going to be the very same principle. They get out there, they watch the video, and they're like, ooh, I need to talk to this agent. And they book an appointment with you. And on the ACA, there is no 40-hour rule. You just have to collect consent and confirmation, and we're going to make it happen. Oh, so ACA is coming around. If you buy the Medicare, you can add ACA, I think it's like $400 or something like that. But ACA, probably we're going to roll that out next week. Oh, man, how exciting. All right. So, again, if you want to go and get this thing, I just posted the link out there for y'all. Give it a shot, guys. I'm telling you, I see a lot of Medicare advertising out there, but they're all images of static images. I see very little webinars out on social media. So now I would tell you this, you're going to get my webinar, you're going to get my slideshow, my slides, you're going to get my wording, what you got to say, the talking points. Okay. You're going to talk, or you're going to let the actors talk for you and use their video. And it's already been approved through my compliance department, but you're going to want to send it to your compliance department just to make sure they are okay with it. All right. There you go. All right. Next one, Ivan. What do we have? Do you have a marketing plan that proven to bring 3 to 10 deals? Well, ours. Okay. We spend about $100 a day on ads, but we don't just collect. We just don't sell Facebook leads. I mean, I got irons in the fire everywhere. We get calls from a cancer center here that send us clients constantly. I have all of my P&C colleagues who are too slow or no desire to want to do health insurance. They send me. I mean, I have built a network, and we get flooded during the open enrollment. So ultimately, there's no guarantee. I can't tell you do this and you'll get 3, 5, whatever. Because I mean, you could suck. You can't communicate to people. Maybe you don't know how to quote. Maybe you don't know how to present. You know, there's so many. I'm not saying that but there may be a lot of things that can determine your success. So and maybe you can't get leads. Maybe there's so many factors on there. There's nothing proven. Okay. The only thing that I think that's proven is you go get yourself in front of 10 people. You probably can close 3 if you're average. Okay. Average to good. If you're closing 1 out of 10 with all the carriers in that area, then the problem is probably you. Your presentation sucks. You're not quoting these people right. Something is going on. So that's stuff you've got to iron out. But if you're closing 3, 4, 5 out of every 10, you're rocking. Now it's just a matter of duplicating the effort over and over and over so you can bring in that kind of volume. Next question. I know Leonardo. I know Leonardo. Maybe that's saying it right. What do you think of Health Sharper for Medicare? I got put on their pilot. I have no idea. I haven't even had time to go look at it. I use Sunfire. Okay, so I don't know what Health Sharper is bringing it, but what I would do for this one, I think it's still in the pilot program. I don't know what they have yet. I will research it. But here's the deal. What I would do is get with your upline and get them to give you the enrollment tool. Sunfire is a huge one. Okay. Sunfire, if you're like, what are you talking about? What is this Sunfire thing? Okay. Sunfire, I'll share this with you right now. Sunfire is a quote and an enrollment platform for Medicare. You can call people. You can do a scope by email, text. You can do it right there at your office with a digital picture, or they can sign your device. If you start the dialer and you call them or they call you, you're going to get a little button here to do the voice signature. And then you can come over here and you can do some quote enrollments. Okay. You can go over here, plug in the zip code, and you can look at MAPD, PDP, whatever you want to look at, and you can pull up plans. Okay. And then from here, you can enroll people. Okay. So you can pick the plans here. You can go back and you can enter doctors' names. You can enter prescriptions and do a lot of research on this tool. So there's Connecture and Sunfire. I think those are the two big ones. And then what they do is they white label it. They'll take this very same platform and change the name on it. I've seen Medicare enrollment platform, seen a different platforms. They're all the same. So for now, Imano, I would use one of those tools. If you don't have access to, talk to your upline. They should be able to provide it for you. Next question, Ivan. How long do you allot for ACA appointment? Right now, to get appointed with a carrier, probably at least 2 weeks. The longer you wait, which is closer to the open enrollment, the longer it's going to take. All right. For whatever reason, carriers focus more on enrollment. I don't know if they shift people or there's just more people coming in and it just takes longer. So if you're thinking about it, get it done now. If you haven't found somebody to work with, hit me up, man. Email me and I'll get you squared away. I believe he means ACA cells. Put the question back up, please. How long do you allot? Oh, okay. That makes more sense. For us, 20 minutes, I would say. Ivan, can you type in there? You write a heck of a lot more. Ivan, what do you think? 20 minutes, 25, 15, maybe? There we go. That's Ivan posting right there, 15 minutes. Okay, assuming you gather all the data. Okay. Of course, if there's not a lot of doctors and meds, it's shorter. You got a big family, it takes a little bit longer, more or less. Okay, everything is done on the back end if we need to change an AOR. Yeah, AORs are going to suck this year, but it's a good thing because those of us that are building books, it'll be harder for the rats to take it from us. Screw you, rats. Yeah, come to my house and see what happens. Put a couple rounds in you. All right, what do we got? Do you have your PNC details on the same? Oh, Eric, hell yeah, I do. I've got auto workflows, home insurance workflows, commercial. Yes, I use it. Everybody uses the same CRM for PNC. Yes, most definitely, man. I'm with Farmers Insurance. They provide one for us, but I've been with them for 25 years, and they've changed 4 times. And every time they freaking change, what it was in this one doesn't populate to this one. And it's just like, damn, I'm not going to put my documents and everything in their hands and hope that they're going to populate it to the next system, the next bright idea that some executive has. So hell no, I use my own CRM. I manage the data. I send the carriers what they need, but I manage it. I have a server. Now I have 9 people. So I have a server. I have a massive server. What is that server? No. but it's massive storage, and we're paperless. So every document we get is stored by the client in my server. Do you have P&C detail? Yes, I do. Okay, I think I answered it. Okay, Sherry, are any promo codes for the Medicare? No, there's no promo codes. I'm sorry. It's $997. What is it? $997? Yeah, $997. Yes, we don't have any promo codes. Here's what I think. If you sell one Medicare, one new to Medicare, one person turning 65, one, and you maybe do a replacement, you've made your money back. And if that's all you do, okay, but it should bring you leads. Okay. Also, here's the other deal. All right. See the CRM? I haven't just posted it. I have a workflow inside the CRM that when you put all of your clients in there, this is why I do the P&C too. All of my clients are in there with date of birth. I have a workflow that will identify these clients when they're turning 64 and a half. Okay. I know some of you guys would get rid of your worst kid in your house, your least favorite child for a turning 65 list. Okay. Maybe you don't have kids, but you'd give up a kidney. All right. For turning 65. So I generate my own turning 65 leads. So we get about 10 or so every month. Beautiful. So easy. I get a notification, but then I have a workflow that contacts the insured. Hey, and it sends them an entire thing of what to do. And I was on vacation 2 weeks ago. I was in Moab. I was sitting in a hotel waiting for my next event, and I get 2 calls. Luis, and it was crazy. I'm like, hey, what's up? Hey, man, I'm ready. I'm like, what do you mean you're ready? Heck, I'm ready. I followed everything you sent me. I got my Medicare. I'm ready to go. I'm like, I haven't sent you anything. The workflow's different. Like, oh, yes, the light bulb turned on. Yes, perfect. Send me a picture of your card. I got the card. I'm like, oh, yeah, let's rock and roll. They called me. I enrolled them on the spot. Enrolled them on the spot, guys. Okay? 2 of them, because they followed my steps on how to go get Medicare Part A and Part B, which is in that workflow. And then they are told, you better not call anybody else. You better call me. All right, this next one, Ivan. There's a lot of workflows in that CRM, guys. All right, I think that's it, guys. We are done. It's Friday. Thank you guys for hanging out there. Also, don't forget, make sure you're certified for ACA. Make sure you're certified for Medicare. If you need contracting, I recruit agents. I train agents. Okay. Hit me up on my email. If you don't have a CRM, please, guys, the CRM is just not about workflows, about contacting your clients. It's not just about that. I'm going to tell you, we've been sued. It's horrible. It sucks the life out of you. It makes you wish you weren't doing this because you're getting accused normally of something you didn't do. Okay. And it's hard to believe that your clients will throw you under the bus, but believe me, they will. They will. An attorney will manipulate them, and they think that they're just going to hit the lottery. So I will tell you this, and this is coming from experience. Okay. And you may not care because I got E and no, let them pay. They will pay for you, but then you will feel the pain on your upcoming renewal with premiums and possibly having to not even be able to get an E&O carrier. You have to go to find someone super expensive. All right, so check this out. So if you get accused of something, I'm going to tell you this right now. I'm going to be very, very blunt with you all. We in this industry are always wrong. We're guilty of what that insured is going to say that we did. Our job is to prove that we're not guilty, that we did our job. So we have to disprove what they're saying. Okay. Now, they're not going to take your word for it. They're not going to say, oh, yes, I didn't do that. No, you're going to have to prove it. Recorded phone calls, text messages, emails. You're going to have to prove it. All that is inside the CRM. So when you get sued, the carrier is going to provide an attorney for you. The first thing the attorney is going to say is, please tell me you have documentation that you that you did not do what they say. Please. Otherwise, they're going to have to settle. And they don't want to go to court because they will lose their ass off. Big, bad, wealthy insurance companies, the jury always tends to vote against them. So they want to settle outside. And it's cheaper for them to pay them off than to go to court. So if you have nothing to give them, you're wrong. And guess what? When you go apply for new companies, they ask you, have you ever had an E&O claim? And you do. These companies are looking like, you're dirty. You don't do good. They don't want to deal with you. So there's a lot of consequences from having an E&O claim paid out. So make sure that you have some way to document anything. So again, the agent CRM, if you make a phone call from it, it's recorded. If you text from it, it's recorded. If you email from it, it's recorded. So another reason why you want to have it. Finally, guys, I need a favor. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for your questions. Thank you for hanging in here. But I want to make this thing grow, be a monster channel and a wealth of information for you guys. Please like the video. Give me a comment. Man, tell me I suck. I don't care. Put a comment under. It still grows. Hopefully I don't. Hopefully you've got something out of it. But subscribe to the channel and share me with your colleagues, guys. Get me out there. Share me with people out there. I really want to make this thing grow, and I would appreciate it. And then finally, don't forget, we have the Medicare marketing pack. We're going to be coming up with the ACA marketing pack soon for you guys. All right. That's all I got. You all have a great weekend, and we'll see you all next week. Bye-bye.